Yes, everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Stephen Howson, and this is a tactical preview of Manchester United against Crystal Palace. I've had a couple of days off, losing my shit with lockdown, and I needed to step away for a minute. So that's where I've been. That's why you didn't see me do anything on Sunday with Paddock, and nothing, including even Rio's pod yesterday. But do you know what? I did speak to Rio, and Rio's been ace, and gave some good advice. So I am back. Might not be seeing me too much on Paddock for a minute, but I am still doing the previews and stuff like that on here. And we've just done an interview with Berahino for Rio's channel, which was really good. So, yeah, I needed a few days to myself. Lockdowns, 317 out of the last 365. Manchester's been in the harsher lockdown situation. And I'm missing football, real football, and I'm missing all sorts of stuff. So that's where I've been for the last couple of days. Right then, let's have a look at Crystal Palace United. Our recent run of form has not been great. Back-to-back 0-0s. A little bit of disappointment on both of those, and a 3-1 against Newcastle. We've never lost 11... Not lost in 11 Premier League away games against Crystal Palace. That's the most any other side has played another without ever losing in the competition. We've got 8 wins and 3 draws in that time, and we have drawn 5 Premier League matches goalless this season, and the only seasons that we've had more was 05 and 2016-17, where we had 6 in each. So we might be setting a record this season, although not one that we probably want to keep. And I might talk later on in the week a little bit about the 0-0s that United have had, and on the face of things, it's not a great start, but you drill into the reality of each of those 0-0s, there's more to it than meets the eye. Crystal Palace, recent results 0-0 with Fulham, 2-1 versus Brighton, and a 3-0 defeat to Burnley. They haven't won a league match without Zaha all season. Doesn't bode well for them because he's not available for them in this game. Crystal Palace have won 2 of their last 3 league meetings with United, and as many as they have had in their previous 27 against them. And they are looking to complete their first league double over United. Roy Hodgson plays 4-4-2, as is what you would expect from a guy that started managing about 10 years before I was born. True story. He's played that 4-4-2 in 21 of the 26 Crystal Palace games this season. And I think it's a good bet that he's going with the same formation. Gaeta is going to be in goal, with Ward set to play at right back, and I think Van Hanel will be at left back. Don't think there's any shocks in it there. Kouyaté and Cahill at centre half. Bit of a pair of veterans there that he's got, but there's another player north of 30 that they could also use in Scott Dan, should he want to provide any of those a rest. Milivojevic and Riederwald should be the defensive midfield partnership that's likely to be tasked with trying to shut down Bruno, with James McArthur set to be a miss through injury. Jordan Ayew and Eze should start on the wings, and that's really where you've got to look to the threats that Crystal Palace could offer Manchester United, particularly on the counter, with Benteke and Jean-Philippe Mateta up front. Now, Wilfried Zaha is absent, which, as I said a second ago, is a massive boost for United because typically they do not win when he doesn't play. So who's going to be the star man? And it's someone that's really burst onto the scene a little bit this season in Eze. Now, he's a creative spark for them when he goes forward, someone that likes to run with the ball. He's been commonly used on a wing for Palace this season, but he has also featured down the middle as a sort of attacking midfield and number 10 sort of role when they have switched it to a 4-2-3-1 at the weekend. And he's created more chances than any other Crystal Palace player this season with 27, and he averages around about 1.04 per 90 minutes. Only Zaha, with 9 goals and 2 assists, has been more involved in Palace goals this season. Eze's got 3 goals and 3 assists. With the creative capabilities and quality that he's got, if you give him time on the ball, he's going to hurt you. He's maintained 85% passing accuracy, which is good for a player in the final third, and he could be a real handful for United tomorrow. So certainly one for us to keep an eye on. Starting 11-wise, I'm not anticipating too many changes. I wouldn't mind seeing Cavani at least for 45 minutes, at very least 45 minutes. I think it's time to take Martial out of the side, maybe get him to speak to someone, maybe have him working on something in training. But either way, I think it's time for him to be taken out of the side for a minute. And Cavani, if he's fit, has to start for me. So Big Dave in net, even though I'm still going to keep beating the drum for Dean Henderson, particularly against teams that are going to go direct, and I need someone that's going to come outside the box, command their box, sweep up, and actually play out from the back. Watching United play out from the back is actually painful at the moment. Actually painful. It's like we've heard of what playing out from the back is, but we don't know how to do it. And yeah, I think that is on the coaching staff, all of them. Back four, I like to see Shaw, Baye, Maguire and Wan-Bissaka. I think Baye's got to start working his way into the team. And from there, we'll find out what he's about. Can he stay fit? Availability is the best ability. And it's one of the reasons why Maguire's been a better signing than a lot of people want to give him credit for. Pretty certain it'll be Fred and McTominay as their usual two in midfield, with Bruno ahead of them. And then I think James deserves to keep his spot. I think the hard-working nature, is it of United quality? No, it's not. But I think it's better than the other options there at the moment. And I think someone that's got that ability to work off the ball at the moment is needed. Someone that's going to give any opposition no time on the ball, press from the front, harass and harry and close them down, I think is an asset for us. And I think he's just a different option to everything else that we've got. Cavani down the middle, you don't need to tell you why, and Marcus Rashford. And I would keep Greenwood on the bench and replace Cavani on 45 minutes potentially, or you could do it the other way around. I don't think it necessarily matters which way around you do it, but I think if United can get an early goal in this game, I think you can kill Crystal Palace off, because I don't think they've got any fight in them. Certainly without Zaha, I don't think they've got any fight in them, and they've been on the losing side a lot this season. I think that you get a goal in front, they were like, well, we know what happens next, and they roll over and die. So I would like United to try and do that. Now, the way that United can hurt them, United are obviously going to be on the front foot throughout the majority of the game at Selhurst Park, and I think we have to make sure that in transition, we're fast. And one of the things that you do get with Fred and McTominay is they kind of just look for Bruno, and they kind of just move it to him and go, you deal with the creative aspects of the game. We'll try and tend to do this side of the game. Now, Palace have been awful for getting caught out on a break this season, and in fact, only Newcastle have been caught with more transitional goals on the counter with 6. Palace have got 5 in the league this season. Now, you think for a team like United, who supposedly score a lot of goals on the counter, on the transition, well, United are second behind Leeds. Only Leeds have scored more. They've got 6 and United have got 5. So this could match up well for both sides here. United could add another one to our column, and we could add another one to Crystal Palace's column as well for being caught out on the transition. You have to play it quick. They are going to try and low block us. I don't think they're very effective at doing it. So I think you've just got to be extremely fast in transition, and again, watch for set pieces. They're going to try and find Benteke at set pieces, and that's why Eric Baye is in the team for me. You need someone with that defensive third final instinct, and you also need someone with a better final third pass going the other way, because against Chelsea, that was not there from United. Very disappointing in the final third against Chelsea, was we. So I want to see a big improvement on that front. That's what I think. That's what I think you're going to see from Crystal Palace. That's what I think you're going to see from United. And as I said, apologies for dipping out for a couple of days, but I needed to do it. If you would like a little bit of extra content, and there's been a couple of little bits of info dropped into the Patreon group last couple of days, and you want to support the channel, then come and check out the Patreon group below. See if it's for you. See all the different stuff that you get, and come and join our Discord group of absolute nutters and a load of worldwide United fans that keep it pretty real, to be fair. It's a good little group. I mean, they're fully mental, but it's a good little group. Check it out. Link is in the description, and I'll see you guys after the game. Laters.